Mbenga's latest medical gamble could save Captain Batel, but at what cost? In Strange New Worlds, we've learned the cure might transform her into something terrifyingly familiar. Could this be the origin of the infamous Arena Gorn? Let's dive into it. Hi everyone, I'm Nick and welcome back to Sci-Finatics. I've been thinking for a couple of weeks now, ever since I saw that zombie episode, the Shuttle to Conforee episode of Strange New Worlds. When we talked about Marie Batel's condition, she's obviously, her Gorn infection has returned, Una's Illyrian blood hasn't helped her the way they thought it was, and the fact that Mbenga and Chapel have been working on this other solution, which involved going to Conforee to get this Chimera Blossom to treat her condition. And then it being revealed that the treatment isn't really a cure, which did strike me as somewhat odd, that they're actually purposefully turning Batel into a Gorn human hybrid. It kind of got me thinking, and it's like, geez, a lot of fans have been kind of saying since the Strange New Worlds production team kind of retconned the Gorn a little bit in terms of their appearance. They made them a bit more like the aliens from the Alien franchise. Their appearance looks a little bit different to how they looked obviously back in Arena in original series. And the second I heard Human Gorn hybrid, my immediate first thought was Gorn that walks on two legs, Gorn that doesn't have a tail. Are they trying to explain the differences between the Strange New Worlds Gorn and the original series Gorn, and why they look so dramatically different? And I thought, does this mean that the Gorn that Kirk fought on Cestus 3, the Gorn captain, is going to turn out to be Captain Marie Batel? Because if we suddenly see Marie Batel transforming slowly into a lizard-like creature, which doesn't kind of sound like a particularly good medical solution if you ask me, that she's literally going to end up looking exactly like the Cestus 3 Gorn that Kirk fought, and she's going to be crippled, and the hybridization is not going to work properly. Her movements will be all kind of herky-jerky and like we saw the Gorn back in Arena. This is going to explain the whole Arena Gorn as to why it looks the way it does, why it moves the way it does. Are they trying to explain the differences? Because, the Strange New Worlds Gorn and the Arena Gorn are very, very different creatures that move differently, look different, and everything. So it would certainly go a long way to explaining those differences. We know the Gorn is referred to as a captain in the Arena episode. We know Marie Batel is a captain. There's even something, when you look at it, quite, let's just say, I suppose, feminine about the Gorn's outfit in Arena. If you actually look at the outfit, it kind of looks more like a lady's kind of cocktail dress. It's shimmery, it's got, gold weave and bronze and red sort of in it. It's got the way the outfit sits is somewhat more feminine in its appearance as a piece of clothing than a uniform. Hence my photoshopping here of what would Marie Batel look like if you photoshopped a Gorn outfit on her. And it actually looks like not a bad lady's sort of cocktail dress, So it kind of makes me think, is there going to be a scene coming up where, she's undergoing her changes or whatever? Maybe they've, realised that she's only got like a couple of days left before she fully transforms into some hideous beast. Maybe Batel and Pike go on a picnic on Cestus 3. She wears a nice cocktail dress for their picnic or something, and then she starts to transform, and Pike has to leave, and they basically leave her on Cestus 3 in her glittery gold and bronze kind of cocktail dress or something to that effect, The only place where the logic is a little bit iffy is the fact that they Metrons in that episode Arena said they removed Kirk from the Enterprise along with the Gorn captain from their alien vessel, as opposed to just being on the planet. So, but I suppose maybe they could be lying on that front, or I don't know. But it just seems to me like the writers of Strange New Worlds are making some attempt dramatically to explain the differences. Whether this Gorn in Arena is going to end up being Marie Batel, or whether there's going to be some genetic blending where she ends up, back on the Gorn ship, which then ends up breeding some Gorn human hybrids. But then we're only talking about, whatever it is, 7 years in the future or whatever. So it's not like they necessarily have time for Batel to turn into a Gorn and then produce more Gorn offspring, which end up looking like the Arena Gorn. I think it's probably far more plausible that the Arena Gorn does turn out to be Marie Batel. And it does seem like this season they're going to some extent to drop little moments into the season that are sort of foreshadowing moments of TOS episodes to come, like the way that we introduced Trelane with Rhys Darby in episode 2, which kind of then sort of will end up leading into the Trelane, which we see in original series. I think they're potentially dropping little clues here in this season that is ultimately going to end up in some way explain the differences between the Gorn we saw in Arena and the Gorn we're seeing in Strange New Worlds. But what do you guys think? Do you think this is a solid theory, or do you think I'm like way off the mark here? Leave your thoughts in the comment section and we'll get chatting about it. Guys, be sure to check out my merch in the merch store. Always good designs and great prices there. Help support the channel. Pick something up for yourself or a loved one. And I'll be back soon with my next video. See you guys then.